All right, welcome to the Canary in the Cage podcast. I'm Ron Morgan, my co-host
Dave Havlicek.
We're here to educate you, entertain you, and hopefully make you laugh at least once or twice. So, you got some Monero news.
Let's get into that. So we had 2 donations come in.
Sweet.
One was 0.01 from unknown. They didn't use the XMR chat donation site, so we don't know who gave us that, but thank you very much. And the other one was, okay, bear with me for a second. It's from Dormouse, and it was 0.00058574749. Which is like half a penny or something, but we still appreciate it.
We'll take it. We don't care.
And it came with a message. So anyone considering liberty among their base values is my friend somewhere deep inside.
I love it.
Yeah, we are deep inside you, Dormouse.
Hey, he's deep inside you. I got your back.
For the donation.
Or sister, whatever. I don't know.
And then, so because of that donation, our prize pool is going to be, 0.025 and some change?
Sure.
And we have a new wheel this week. I coded it up myself.
Oh, no way. A new wheel?
So it's actually based on the Monero block hash.
Oh, nice.
So that way you can redo the results and prove that the winner that was selected on the show is actually the winner. So it'll get the same results every time.
Have we been accused of cheating before?
I think we have. It was a little tongue-in-cheek, but I do get the point. I love it when we can do provable randomness.
Yeah.
And this is a way to do that, and also include Monero. So
I love interaction with our people.
And I did put the code out there so people can do this, run their own challenges, use it for their own purposes. So yeah, let's get into the wheel.
All right. You do the wheel now?
Yep.
Okay. Dave, what's the names?
Okay, so we actually have a record this week. We have 6 entries.
Well, I gotta spell 6 different names.
6 different names. Yeah, but you've spelled a couple of them before. So.
Okay.
So the first one is Al Magest. He's been in before. ALMAGEST. Are you?
I gotta click in the little white box.
Yeah, you gotta focus it.
ALMAGEST.
Okay, the next one is Ein Rothbard. That's AYN.
AYN.
Hyphen.
What's a hyphen?
Rothbard. ROTHBARD.
Okay.
Okay, next one is Cryptoconomy. CRYPTO. CONOMY.
Wait, you lost me. CYRPTO.
Yeah. CONOMY. Economy.
Wait, CTO.
Cryptoconomy.
Okay, so after the TO, what is it again?
CONOMY.
COMONY.
Close enough.
Jesus, people.
Dormouse.
Why is it Bob and Joe and Dormouse?
Dormouse. DORMOUSE.
Wait, 2, no, 1 0. 1 0. Okay.
Yeah. Flimsy Falcon. That's 2 words. FLIMSY.
Wait, IM?
Oh my God.
Oh, we had him before anyway.
Yes, we did.
Falcon.
And Oliver Trace, of course.
Oliver, how you doing, buddy?
All right, let me look over these, make sure you got... Okay. All right, so hit the spin button.
Spin to win. Here we go.
Oh, what did you do? You fucking... Oh, my God. There it is. Cryptoconomy!
Woo!
All right. Congratulations.
There was no wheel, though. I wanted a spinning thing.
Well,
no spinning thing.
how hard it is to make that? This took me like 2 hours.
All right. Awesome. I guess he knows that he has to contact you for his wallet?
Yeah, we'll contact him for that.
All right. That is awesome. All right, cool.
Yep. Cryptoconomy. Congratulations.
Cryptoconomy, you won, my man. Or sister, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It's a guy. It's a guy.
From now, it's all dudes, because dude is gender neutral. Because the girls got mad because we were calling ourselves dude with the Big Lebowski thing.
Yeah.
And they're like, we want to be dudes too, so we're like, it's gender neutral. All are welcome.
Well, there you go.
So we'll just say to our dudes out there. All right, so I have a feeling we might have another famous person watching us.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think Tucker Carlson is.
Oh, really?
Well, we had that thing that we wanted to interview Russians.
Yeah.
And he went to Russia to interview Russians. So I'm thinking, I know he did it before, so we kind of copied him, I guess.
He's fucking sniping us over here?
But he saw that we were going to do it and wanted to one-up us.
What a jerk off.
But the news is not good out of Russia
Just give us the attribution, Tucker. You don't got to pay us or anything.
Just mention our name one time. Yeah, but the news is not good out of Russia, so I don't know. Hopefully, we'll get Putin and we'll kiss and make up or whatever. I don't want nuclear war.
Yeah, you know what? I don't care what happens as long as you keep it over there or just nuke DC.
Yeah,
just nuke DC. Leave the rest of us alone. Nuke DC.
Oh, well, I mean, they did pass that law. I believe. I think they passed it. If 100 more Congress members die at one time, they get to be appointed instead of elected. So maybe there is a plan with Putin. Maybe Biden's got a Putin plan.
Is he going to pardon him?
Yeah. Oh, speaking of pardon, I guess we might as well get into the pardons then, since it's topical.
Yeah, so, I posted it on the X. I don't know if you saw it.
What's that?
I posted, sometimes Ron is right. And then there was some dickhead back in June was saying, "Boy, Biden's honorable. He's never going to pardon his son." And then like you replied to him like, "Are you going to delete this when it happens?"
Yeah.
And then like somebody liked it, right? And I got the alert for that. So I'm like, oh, I guess Ron was right one time.
So technically, I've been right. I mean, I predicted Biden getting out of the race. I was a few days off on that one, so I give it. I should have left the date open. I did say the Democrats are going to use war to keep Trump out of office. That one's still kind of looming because, I also predicted that in October. So I might be okay with my predictions. I suck at picking times. I'm a complete disconnect on times. And I still believe that the House is no longer in Republican control.
Huh.
I mean, but that would be that's not what I meant when I said it. So right. I was half right. If they're not, because Gates left, and I think Romney, he's out now too. No, he's the senator though.
Yeah.
Fucking senators, man, they're pissing me off. So I want to do a Monero challenge for the show after Trump takes office.
Okay.
So it's gonna be some time, but Dave and I right now we're gonna pick the over/under on the number of pardons Biden's going to give out.
Wait, so how does this work? How do we decide the Monero winner?
Well, it'll be anybody over or whoever is the winner. We would put them in the wheel and spin the wheel because there is no spinning wheel. Apparently,
are we picking the over or the under?
No. We'll pick a number, and then whoever gets over, you've never bet before.
No, I have. I'm trying to get the details out so it's fair.
Well, be clear. So if you get the under, you win. If he's under, or if it's over, you get the win. If you're over, so we got to pick the over under. I'm good with a solid like 1,800.
1,800?
Well, okay, so before you get involved, let's do some history here. President Ford pardoned 409 people, Carter 566, Reagan 406, Bush Sr. with a low number of 77.
Yeah.
He apparently didn't need the money. Because they do take money to do this.
He's just a fucking asshole. Because there's a lot of people that deserve pardons. Let's be fair.
No, true, but they also profit from it. But that's fine. Bill Clinton 459.
Okay.
Bush Jr. a solid 200. Maybe he thought that was the limit. I don't know. And then with the whopper of a number, Barack Obama at 1,927.
Jesus.
1,927. Donald Trump with a fairly low number of 237, and apparently Biden's got 26 so far. So this is before the Hunter Biden.
They always do it at the end.
Right. So you got that. Well, no, right. But so you got the Hunter Biden pardon, which pardoned him for 10 years.
Yeah.
Everything.
Every conceivable. Now, I wanted to bring this up. Okay. So, hypothetically, a libertarian gets elected president.
Oh dear God! Lord help us.
And they pardon every single human that has ever lived or will ever live for every possible crime. Could you do that? Would that just...
It could. I would think it's logical because it sounds like... But here's the problem. When you pardon someone, they have to accept it. Okay. So, would you accept a pardon if you didn't commit a crime?
If he's pardoning everybody for everything, yes.
Yeah, I guess
you could achieve anarchy this way, right? Because now everybody is pardoned for every possible crime. There's no such thing as illegal immigration anymore. There's no such thing as drug laws.
Oh, you're saying pardon, like you cannot pardon in the future. You can only pardon behind.
Yes, you can.
Nope.
They did it with Nixon.
No,
didn't they?
Maybe not. Ford pardoned Nixon after he took office.
Okay.
I believe you cannot pardon for the future.
Isn't Hunter Biden's for the future?
Nope, it ended on the day that they signed.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so you could pardon in the past.
I see.
But here's the thing.
Well, where is that written?
In the rules of
No, it's not.
In the book of...
It's not. There are no rules.
Oh my, it's anarchy. It's anarchy right there. There's no fucking rules. I don't know. I mean, that's something. I mean, I'll try and look into it, but some of this shit's hard to search, man.
Well, if the only place pardons are mentioned are in the Constitution, and it just says the president can pardon people for crimes against the United States. So it has to be a federal crime. They couldn't pardon you for state crimes,
right? Which I want to talk about that in a second. But yeah, go ahead.
So why can't you pardon for the future? I don't see why not.
They just said you can't, but again, that was on.
Okay, what if I do it? What do you?
No, I know.
You know, like,
well, no.
I'm the president, bitch.
That was the media. They lied to me anyway.
The media.
So apparently, you can pardon for the future.
I don't
see
why you couldn't. I mean,
so the conversation is apparently Biden is going to pardon Fauci.
Oh God,
Cheney.
Now, I made a post on X about that today.
Okay.
What I said was, Fauci would prefer to be pardoned, or would prefer that he be treated as a criminal and be pardoned, prefer to not be pardoned. I'm sorry, because if he goes through the system, he gets his rights. He gets 3 meals a day. He gets a warm bed to sleep in.
Oh, he doesn't want to go to jail.
But if you give him a pardon, he's not immune to bullets. So, he's not immune to fucking running down the street and people taking street justice.
Well,
right. So he would rather go to jail for what he's done.
Well, so here's the caveat that I find really interesting. So let's go back to
We're not recommending that, by the way. Don't
shoot
Fauci.
people.
Don't do that.
Well, I mean, don't do it.
Don't do it.
So Hunter is now pardoned for all crimes for the last 10 years.
Right.
Which is weird because that's back when his dad was vice president.
Yes.
So that gives people a chance to know what date to start looking at stuff.
Well, what can they? I mean, I guess they can look for other criminals. Yeah.
No, guess what he can't do?
And I know where you're going with this, and this is bullshit.
What?
The Fifth Amendment.
Well, he can't. No, so sort of. No, the Fifth. He could probably. Can claim the Fifth?
Of course.
If you're called in front of Congress?
Of course.
Well, I don't believe he claimed the Fifth before. He just said that it's an open case. I cannot talk about it.
Well, you don't have to give them a reason that you're not answering. You can just say, I don't answer questions.
Yeah, but it'll make him look dirty, but he already is the dirty little pig, so whatever, crackhead. Can we call him a crackhead? I mean, we have pictures of it.
Yeah,
I can't be sued for Monero for calling him a crackhead.
I don't think so.
Okay. Don't sue us anyway, dumbass.
Please try.
He was like $300,000 behind in rent, and he might have some libertarian in him because he went to the barter system. Guess what he tried to barter for his rent?
Art.
Art, yes. Guess what? What kind of paint he chose?
I don't know if I want to know the answer to this.
Human feces? Well, no. I guess that's wrong.
Wait, what?
His feces.
What?
Look it up.
I'm not looking that up. I'm not looking up Hunter Biden feces.
Hunter Biden feces painting. Oh dear God! I'm on the FBI list again.
Jesus. Well, okay. So now hear me out. I can see how his feces might be worth a lot of money before the pardon.
Because there's drugs in it.
Well, no. Think about it. Before the pardon came out.
Okay.
Because that's evidence. That's DNA evidence.
Oh, you can clone him.
No,
you have 2 Hunter Bidens.
You have DNA evidence of a criminal.
But, I mean, we have his. I'm sure we got Biden's DNA, so we have his DNA. I mean,
come on, man, go with the joke. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
But I don't know if he's really been like a crime spree. He's just done some really shady shit.
What are you talking about? He had sex with underage prostitutes.
The girls looked really close to being underage. What state was it in? What's the consent of all that state?
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going after him. So,
I'm pretty sure he also crossed state lines in order to do it, which is illegal when it's 18.
Wait, if I go hire a hooker in California, it's against it's a federal crime.
If she let's pretend that the legal age for both states is 16.
Okay.
If you cross state lines to go hire that hooker, the age is 18 because it's a federal crime at that point. Because you cross state lines.
Oh, those bastards.
Yeah.
They got us every which way going.
That's how it works.
Yeah, we got legal prostitution here, so whatever. I'm still not going to do it. So Cheney, Fauci, and Schiff are the hot buttons right now for
Good
for
God.
pardons.
I mean, so even Obama, right? Did he pardon all of his political insiders and
that dude pardoned a homegrown terrorist?
Well, yes, but he pardoned actual criminals that were sitting in jail.
I believe so, yes.
But he didn't pardon, the sitting congressman who was his buddy in Congress, right? He didn't do that, as far as I know.
I mean, it's 2,000 pardons. I'd have to look them all up. Yeah. That's a lot to go through. So yeah. So if they accept the pardon, that means they did something wrong.
Well, so now Biden's kind of retarded though. Now people will be sending him these pardons, so you have to take that into account. You said 1,800.
Yeah, because I think he's gonna blow past Obama's number.
Okay, I'm gonna put it lower at 1,500.
Oh, we'll go with 1,500.
Okay, no, we don't have to have the same result. We don't have the same answer. But you can pick 1,800. I can pick 1,500.
Yeah, but how do we pick a winner if somebody picks?
Well, so the audience can bet on whose number, and then over or under on that number.
All right, I'm going with 1,825.
1,825. Okay, I'm just gonna go 1,500. So if you want to be in the challenge, pick which one of us, and then pick an over under.
Yep, and then we'll have to wait and see. And
yep.
do we have a deadline on this? Or
when he leaves office, right?
Oh, so you can change it last minute.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's
Well, I'd prefer you don't change it because I have to go and fucking manage it all. But
okay, and this will be all done on the X account.
Not everyone uses X. No, just send me your numbers and I'll manage it.
Okay, yeah. Contact. I'm not the tech. I'm not the geek here.
And then let's just do this week's challenge since we're
here. Might as well.
So this one you only qualify if you heard about the podcast from somebody other than me or Ron or our group of friends.
Okay.
So I like Oliver Chase, for example. Who else? Dormouse. So I want to know how you heard about the podcast.
Okay.
Or how you found us. Whether it's it just showed up on your feed. Whether like someone told you about it.
Past YouTube or Rumble and saw my handsome face.
Because I want to get more people like you guys.
Yeah.
Right. So tell us your story, and then you'll go in the wheel for next week.
I love it. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, with these pardons, we'll see. But I mean, it's going to piss me off if he pardons Cheney. Because she needs to go to... She locked up... She was a big reason a bunch of J6ers are locked up, and some of them are still locked up.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I want her...
Well, Fauci, man, he needs to hang.
Fauci's a serial killer, and no one's going to convince me any different. And but here's the thing, though. I mean, when a cop has qualified immunity... If he doesn't follow the proper rules, he can lose qualified immunity.
Right.
I mean, it can't happen. So does neglect negate the pardon?
No, you're just pardoned.
You're just pardoned.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, Hunt, we're going to pick him up working at a car wash for drug money in 6 months anyway.
Yeah,
so
it's very likely.
He'll be locked up soon.
And honestly, like most of the crimes they threw at him were bullshit anyway.
Yeah.
Like gun charge and fucking tax evasion. Good, do that shit. But they ignored the real crime.
Wait. He got pardoned for tax evasion?
He pardoned for everything. Huh. It's a blanket pardon for all conceivable federal crimes.
How does one go about receiving a pardon from the president?
Be a son.
How about like a non-family member? How can I contact Biden and ask for a pardon?
Now, if you lost some weight and then you like assassinated Hunter Biden,
okay,
you could pass for him.
Well, I don't want to. I don't use shit to draw pictures. No, I want to be pardoned from my IRS debt. Or it could be delete. I don't care.
Be the son of the president. That's your answer.
I don't know. If he can pardon me, Biden, I know you're listening. So just pardon me, man. It's all good. So guess what? You know what Fetterman is, right? Senator Fetterman.
Yeah.
Guess what he wants Biden to do?
I don't.
Pardon Trump.
Oh God.
Well, which it's actually I'm guessing it's more of a joke because technically Trump's already received a pardon, sort of, from the Supreme Court because all the stuff federally he was charged with was stuff he did when he was in office. So he can't be charged with that. Now the New York case, which we can discuss that too, because I think I'm right on this. I think we're ready to call this one. He's not going to be charged with felonies.
Again, like you misusing words. So.
No, he's not going to be charged with the felonies.
He's already been charged.
No, he's not.
He's been charged. He's been given a trial. He was found guilty by a jury of his peers. He has not been sentenced.
No, it does not. It does not matter until you are sentenced.
Yes, it does matter. It's on your record.
Go to Google.
It's on your record. No, what are you talking about?
The judge did not do the paperwork.
It doesn't matter.
The judgment has not been filled out.
This does not matter. You don't know what you're talking about.
Everybody is saying it.
I don't care what everybody is saying. Everybody's a fucking retard.
No, you're the retard.
No, I'm not.
No, you are.
He had a trial. He was charged.
No,
what do you think it means to charge somebody with something?
Because it has...
Ron, what does it mean to charge somebody with a crime?
To charge them with a crime.
What does that mean?
Well, in what manner do you want?
But you're saying he wasn't charged. He won't be charged. So what does it mean? What are you saying?
He's not going to be. He's not considered a convicted felon.
Okay, that's not what you said, though.
Okay, so he's not a convicted felon.
That's what I'm saying. You're misusing the words.
Okay, I misused words charged. So he was charged with. We still don't know what crimes they were, though. We still.
Well, no, he was charged.
You still can't list them out.
He was charged with a crime. He was charged with.
What 34 crimes were they?
What is it called? Records. Fucking. I don't remember.
Which was over 7 years old. So that was supposed to be kicked out.
But he was charged with it.
Not legally.
Doesn't matter.
It's a federal law.
Doesn't matter.
But what I'm saying though is, can you call Trump a convicted felon right now? And not be lying.
Yeah, well, yes, you can do it and not be lying.
If the judge has not finished his paperwork,
doesn't matter.
I don't know. There's enough conversation going on that
conviction happens when the jury says guilty.
No, that's not how that works. The judge has to do the paperwork.
No.
The judge can override the jury.
Yes, he can change it. But right now, you're still convicted.
But there's paperwork that has to be filed. That says,
so what?
He hasn't done it yet.
You're convicted still.
No, he hasn't done it.
Yes, you are. It doesn't matter. Okay. It doesn't matter.
That one's going to be put on hold until Dave actually sees people go, he's not a felon anymore.
I don't care what idiots are saying. Idiots are idiots.
It'll be proven with
right, but if the judge drops it, then he won't be a felon anymore.
Right, and he has until Monday, I believe, to drop the charges.
Yeah, but then they're going to push it back again. They're just going to keep pushing it back.
He has suspended it. But the Trump's lawyers said you need to make a decision right now.
I don't know if that works that way.
So, and speaking of making a decision, so I posted something on X about Hunter Biden getting a pardon on the 11th hour.
Yeah.
And I made a comment that it's not the 11th hour yet.
Right.
Do you know the reason I posted that?
No.
Okay, so Biden's lawyers told the Biden administration if he's not pardoned by a certain date, the book Hunter Biden wrote is going out. Now, I'm sure that's just going to be a book full of crackhead doodles.
Yeah.
But there might be some incriminating doodles of Biden doing some crazy shit.
Yeah, there's some of that stuff is checkable, right?
Right. So Biden didn't really pardon his son. He pardoned himself.
Well, yeah, of course.
So, I mean, so I think that was the 11th hour they were talking about because December 1st is not the 11th hour when you got 6 weeks left.
Right.
So there had to be another reason. And my belief is that the lawyers were pushing him to do it, and he was forced to do it to keep his ass out of jail.
That's an interesting. Like, we didn't bring that up because we were just talking about will he do it, won't he do it, and like what's his legacy going to look like, and like we never brought up maybe Hunter's got some dirt on him. We didn't bring that up.
Oh, Hunter's got some total dirt on him.
We didn't bring it up.
Well, because I thought that was obvious with all the.
Yeah, but
I mean, we
didn't bring it up. We didn't say it on the show.
Okay, so we'll see how that works out. So, oh Jesus! So we got the pardon thing done. What else do we want to talk about? You got stuff?
Yeah. So, we got a quick and funny one or a longer and funny one.
Do whatever you want to do.
All right. So, Tuah girl is back in the news again.
Yeah, you can explain to me what she did.
She made a scam meme coin, a pump and dump.
So first, what's a meme coin?
All right, so this is kind of complicated. There are some cryptos out there where you can create what's called an NFT. And an NFT is, think of it like a car title, right?
Okay.
So when you buy a car, your car has a VIN number, a unique VIN number, and you have a title to it, which says you're the owner. And the title is not the car, right? The title is just ownership of the car.
So it's paperwork saying that you own the car.
Yes.
Okay.
So we do this in the digital world on crypto chains.
Okay.
And so what they usually do is they'll make like a art piece, or you could do it with domain names, for example. So like if you wanted to own ronmorgan.com, you could have an NFT that points to ronmorgan.com. It's not that done yet, but we're working on it. So. That's what it's a car title in the digital space.
Okay, no, you're explaining it very well.
Yeah, so that's what she did. She got involved with these developers who make these things, and said, "I'm going to make my Tuah girl meme coins."
And people actually gave her money for this.
Yes.
Wow.
And it was a pump and dump scheme. So like they put news out, pumped it up, people were buying, and then there was actually no real underlying coins or anything, so they were buying nothing.
Oh.
And then. Once she, went live in public, there was nothing there. So she just, or not her, but the developers turned it off and said, "Oh, thanks for the money, assholes."
Yeah, because I think Cat Turd said it best. She's going to have to hawk a judge to get out of this mess she's in. Yeah, she might be going to jail.
And the funny thing is, like, this happens all the time with like shit celebrity, like D-tier celebrities, and like I kind of feel bad for them a little bit because they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
They're being taken
advantage of. These developers are the scammers,
right?
And they're saying, hey, we're gonna make millions and go to Vegas and whatever the fuck. And the celebrity doesn't know the fuck.
Right. There's another check? I'll take the check, yeah.
And then but when it all comes crashing down, it's the celebrity on the hook for the Justice Department or whatever. And they never find the developers because they just piss off, right? Yeah. They change their name and do it again.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering how that, because I've been reading about that and I don't understand it, so I figured you can explain it. So
it's just like, dude, don't buy this shit. It's fucking stupid. Like, come on. Like, you want to use cryptos that have utility, right? Like Monero. Monero's money. You use it to buy and sell goods on the dark web, buy and sell goods on XMR Bazaar, participate in our donations and lotteries and everything, right? It's being used as money. So whatever crypto you want to get into, make sure it has a use. It's not just fucking number go up. Yep. I can get more dollars later. No, you want to use the crypto for its own purposes.
Cool. Yeah, so we'll see how that plays out. I mean, she's being taken advantage of, and I do feel bad for her on that. But I mean, she made her own choices.
Yeah, so, at some point you have to say you're an adult, and you've seen this happen before. So
she got greedy, and she went for
Yeah.
So maybe she'll need to start cupping the balls to get out of this mess. I'm not sure. Well, I got you to something a little extra, maybe a digit up the poop hole.
Oh my god.
So, you have another one, or
I do.
Okay.
All right, so you probably haven't heard the name James Lindsay.
The name sounds familiar, but it might be the last name that I'm...
Okay,
it might be both names, but are different people.
Yeah. So several years ago, he submitted a bunch of fake articles to like these postmodernist feminist journals, academic journals.
Yeah.
So, for example, he took Mein Kampf by Hitler, and he just changed the words around a little bit. Yeah. And the feminist publication just said, "Oh yeah, this is a great feminist article." And then he did other, like, just making up nonsense. Like, he did something about dogs at the dog park having sex or patriarchy, or just complete utter bullshit, right? And all these things fell for it, and they published it, and it was hilarious, and we all laughed, and it was a great time. Well, so this week he sent an article to a Christian journal.
Okay.
And what he did was he took Karl Marx's Communist Manifesto.
Okay.
And he changed the word around a little bit. It's still the same, logic and argument. Yeah. And then he submitted it, and they published it. So now he's getting flack from all these right-wing Twitter people, like certain, and like some of them are waking up to it, and some of them are just following.
They fell for it. Fuck them.
Like Cernovich and who else? Like just fucking idiots, dude. Like, dude, like, own it. You got tricked.
Yeah.
You guys, like, you don't have real philosophies, right? Like, you think like commies, and we called you out. Just fucking change your minds. Stop being commies. Communism is fucking stupid. And some of them, right, like, some of them are saying, oh, it didn't really count because you changed this word, you did change the word specter to the word spirit, and that doesn't count. And just fucking, like, they're just embarrassing themselves.
Stop fanning the flames.
But others, away. Some of them are saying, well, actually, Karl Marx was good sometimes. Like, no, he fucking wasn't. What are you talking about? This is embarrassing.
Just let it die.
You're ruining your own movement, you fucking morons.
It's a one-day story unless you keep it fucking going.
Oh, I'm going to keep it going as long as they do. I'm going to be there, man. Fuck these idiots.
Yeah, it's like the 20-year-old girls crying all the time. We'll keep that shit going, too, because that's fucking funny. Oh. Stop
worshiping Karl Marx, you fucking idiots.
So where are we at now? We are looking at Kash Patel as the new FBI director.
Yeah, I haven't looked into him, so I don't really know what to think.
I mean, he's got a lot of experience, and he seems like he would be good. I do like one interview he was in that said on day one, I will be, because the FBI just got a new building.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, no, it's a nice building. He goes, on day one...
Can I visit it?
Yeah.
Even though I paid for it?
If Kash Patel takes over. Because what he wants to do is move the FBI out and make it a museum for the deep state. Show all the evidence of shit they do.
Nice. Here's the Kennedy assassination exhibit.
Yeah.
And here's the MK Ultra exhibit.
Here's where the bullet really came from. What?
Here's Operation Paperclip. Go look that one up, guys.
Fast and Furious?
Yeah.
It's an Obama special.
Yeah.
We lost our guns. What?
I just saw a story today. This sheriff in this dinky fucking Iowa town They have like 800 people in the town.
Okay.
The police department has 3 officers.
Okay.
And the sheriff, or not, I don't know, sheriff or chief,
town marshal,
whatever.
probably. Yeah, sheriff's got to be elected, and town marshal's hired.
He bought like 90 full auto machine guns. He bought a Gatling gun. He bought like all this gear that he said he needed for the departments.
Nice.
And the feds actually did their job for once, and they looked into it and they're like, that doesn't sound right. And it turned out he was selling all this shit to like gangbangers and the Venezuelan, you know, like.
Wait, the Venezuelan what? Gangs? There's no gangs here. There's no Venezuelan gangs here. I mean, they've only done a little bit of stuff. Oh, Jesus.
Well, that's where they're getting their weapons from. It's not fucking, like, secret. Like, it's the cops. They're just cycling it. So that's where all these guns are coming from.
So, the Gatling gun.
Yeah.
Is that the gun? It's probably not. The gun was...
The hand crank?
Yeah, well, no, but you got the barrel.
Yes.
That's
it?
Yeah. Do you know what the nickname of that is?
I thought it was a Gatling gun.
Chicago typewriter.
No, that's a Tommy gun.
Oh, Tommy gun.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. The one with the barrel as a.
Well, no, that's the magazine. It has a drum magazine, but you can have a normal magazine in a Tommy gun.
I was at a flea market, not in this state, but say close to this state, where they were selling guns at it, and it said. Well, I'm not going to say the name of the state because I don't know. And it said, you must have a state ID to purchase guns here. I go, it's a shame because you get some cool stuff.
Yeah.
And I did not buy any guns. I'm going to say that right now. The guy goes, well, if you're going to pay cash, I don't see any need for paperwork. Right on, brother.
You're going to have to tell me where this place is after the show.
I'll draw you a map.
Well, there's we have some nice gun ranges here in Vegas, especially for tourists. And a lot of them have like full auto packages.
Yeah.
And like you can go shoot a Tommy gun.
Dude, you can drive a tank over a car.
Oh yeah.
Here in Vegas.
Yeah, you can do anything.
Yeah, no, actually though, there is a place here in Nevada that has a flea market on Saturdays that the right vendor won't be doing the paperwork either.
Okay, I've been to the flea market and I know the stall you're talking about.
This
Different
is
one?
not the one.
Okay.
It's not in Clark County.
Oh, okay.
Wonder what county it's in. Yeah, so that was fun. But so Kash Patel, his computer got hacked by the Iranians.
It sounds like he's kind of a dumbass.
Does anybody believe it's the Iranians?
Oh, well, if it got hacked at all, he's kind of a dumbass.
Well, yeah, I don't know what extent it was, and it says they never really said how much stuff they got. And this news story broke a few days ago, and I haven't seen anything yet. Okay. So I'm kind of thinking maybe it didn't.
Well, so like 99% of the time when your stuff got hacked, it's because you clicked on a link in an email and like,
oh, I want a free car.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't do that, guys.
Wait, an Iranian prince is going to give me $5 million.
Random fucking links.
Even I'm smart enough not to do that.
Well, apparently the FBI director isn't.
Yeah, but he's truly hacked, though. Because the media is going nuts over Trump's picks.
Yeah. I still, God. Pete Hegseth?
Yeah, they're capping on this dude.
So I guess there was some email of his mom's that leaked where she said something that made him sound like an abuser.
They're capping on him.
And the media went nuts. Well, this is the funny part. So his mom started calling and saying, that's not what I meant. Like, you guys are taking this out of...
Oh, Mom, stay out of it.
So, but now they're saying, Pete Hegseth's mommy has to make calls for him. Like, what the fuck? Like, you guys did this. What is this? It's so stupid.
They're insane. I mean, it's everything. And so here is a war pig test. If anybody goes, well, he should just step down... Fuck you, you're a war pig. Shut up. You're not Trump. Because, I mean, this is basically what's happening. I still believe he put Gates up there as a test to see what senators he's going to have a problem with. I have a feeling Gates was never the actual pick.
But he's a good pick, though.
Gates is not going back to Congress. Gates is working in the White House.
All right,
he can hire him and not have him appointed for certain jobs. Special prosecutor.
There was one, what was it? It was a sheriff that enforced
Florida,
I forget what he nominated him to, but like there's backlash like from Trump's own.
We shut that shit down.
Yeah, and he actually withdrew it, so you know he's actually listening. So
that was the right wing.
Yeah,
if that's possible. I mean, because right now our party is split.
Who's our?
Well, I mean, Republicans, Trump. I'm a libertarian, but but I did vote for Trump, so I have to. I'm first time voting Republican in probably 2 decades. Probably, but the party is split, and there are the war pigs, and they're the people that want to fix this country, and
they think they do.
I'm gonna, for the first time in my life, I'm gonna remain hopeful of the incoming presidential people, because I don't know what else to do after what we've been through the last 4 years. Dude, it's fucking horrible what we've been through. If you truly sit down and think about it, I mean, COVID shutdowns, the lying, just an outright lying from the media, and not even telling the truth. Oh, did Elon Musk try to buy MSN and he was told he can't?
Something like that.
I didn't know if that was a fake story or not.
I don't know. Okay. That's what I heard, but I didn't look into it. I'm kind of waiting
to see how that one works out, because I would love.
I know he got denied by a judge for his compensation package.
Oh.
So like the shareholders of, I think it was Tesla.
Yeah.
They voted to give him a huge
$356 million. I think it was.
I think it was billion. It was something. Well,
it was a billion.
I don't know, but it was big, and the shareholders voted on it overwhelmingly. Like 70% of them voted yes, and some dumbass who owns 9 shares of Tesla sued, saying you're harming my value as a shareholder, and some dumbass Delaware judge agreed to it, and
they'll appeal that.
Well, that's the thing. So the shareholders held another meeting and voted again. And they said, yeah, we that's not what we want. We want to pay Elon this package. But by the way, like, when you hear this huge number, keep in mind that Elon has not gotten paid anything for like 10 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, he takes a $1 salary.
So he doesn't pay taxes.
He had the shares that he bought in with.
Okay.
But he's not been given anything by Tesla.
And I'm sure that $356 million, whatever it is probably stock options.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's not a big check.
So you have to take that number and divide it by 10 years or whatever it is. So it's not, they just paid him this for 1 year. No, this is his entire value of working there forever.
Yeah, because he came out today and said how important CEOs are for companies and how they can make or break a company.
Yeah.
And apparently how they can make themselves get shot. So, since I segued into that, what do you think?
I mean, it's just some fucking dumbass that we don't know the motive. They haven't caught the guy yet.
Right. I'm not. I'm going to keep most of my comments short.
But apparently, there was stuff written on the shell casings.
Yes, that's actually what I want to talk about.
Okay.
It's about stuff that was anti-United Healthcare.
Yes.
So, did you see the video?
Yes.
Did he have a silencer or a suppressor on that gun? Because it was really long.
I think so.
So they're saying that if you don't use the right connection with the two, that your handgun, because it's not stovepipe, but jam.
Yeah.
So they're saying that's why he kept releasing.
Right, because the gases get caught in the suppressor.
Right.
And then they don't filter back into the firearm, which is what reloads the chamber with the next round.
So was that what was happening, or he just goes, well, I wrote some notes on some shells, so the shells have to hit the ground. So he may have boom, shot him in the leg, cocked one out, boom, shot him in the back.
Well, how many shots did he fire?
I believe 3.
Okay, so he only shot 3.
But there were 5 shells with words on them. So
did they grab the magazine somehow?
No, he ejected them.
Oh, he ejected them.
Yeah, no, if you watch the video, he shoots him in the leg.
Yeah.
And then that shell gets ejected.
Yeah.
He ejects the next one. Whether he was ejected it because the gas got caught up in the suppressor, or he goes, there's a word that's got to get out, click, click, and then shoots him in the back, and then shoots again. But he ejected.
Interesting.
I believe he ejected 2 or 3 live rounds.
Huh.
But then so a lot of people go, oh, it was a professional hit. I'm like, there's a lot of things to say it wasn't, because most professional hitmen don't stop and buy coffee. I guess he needed the energy to catch up. But
you gotta fucking suppress you got the shakes and everything.
So the dude did have, coffee, people like me, coffee calms me down.
Yeah.
It does. It has a negative effect. If you have, I'm not saying I have ADD, but whatever. If you have, you have a child with ADD, the best you can give them is a Coke before school,
right?
Because it mellows them out.
Well, maybe he's an ADD kid. That's why.
Yeah. Well, no, but I mean, it could calm him down, and then enough to be able. But he never really ran. He walked the entire time, and his escape path was very interesting to me.
I didn't look at that.
So he shoots the guy and literally just turns left and walks across the street.
Yeah.
Just walked. And then he walks down an alley to the next street, turned right, went to the next actual street, and turned right again, and then turned left on the street that he just shot a guy a block and a half back, and then went into Central Park.
Interesting.
Well, no, it's genius. Because who the fuck would do that? If the cops are like, oh my God, this guy got shot. Okay, the guy went that way. They're going that way, but that motherfucker's going that way. He gets doubled back to the path.
So then he is a professional.
I think they probably watch an episode of Criminal Minds or something and goes, I'm going to try that. I'm not sure.
Apparently they know his name, or they know the name of the guy that was in Starbucks, or I don't know, because I've heard a name. So
there's two pictures of a guy. I believe both are in Starbucks. One, the guy's got a mask on like this.
Yeah.
And the other guy's got a full face shot.
Yeah, that's the other weird thing is like there's the same. It's a similar coat,
but the straps in the backpack are totally different colors.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really weird, but like cameras don't always capture color properly, so like.
Oh, fluorescent lighting.
Yeah, there's all sorts of weird.
Okay, well, I mean, it might be him. But, I don't know. Well, one person says he walks like a girl.
Yeah.
So, have we checked out Oliver Chase? Was he wearing a mask?
Chase Oliver or Oliver Chase?
The gay guy.
Chase Oliver.
Yeah. Oh, Chase Oliver. Wait. Yeah, you can't fucking mix words with me, man. My fucking brain just spins crazy. The dude out of Georgia that tried to run as a libertarian, who's not a libertarian. Maybe it was him. He walks like a girl. I don't know. No, I don't know.
I mean, he's into guns. Well, he would never shoot that accurately.
He would miss.
Yeah, he would miss.
And did you see the picture?
You're safe for now, Chase.
Wait, did you see a picture wearing his gun? His gun's like here. Okay. I'm like, you dumbass. Everyone's gonna take my 5-year-old's gonna take that gun from you, dumbass. Quit doing stupid shit, dude. But no. So this is my opinion of this right now. It's no one should shoot and kill someone. I do not agree with that.
Okay. That sounds pretty libertarian.
Well, but here's the thing. So there's two potential motives.
Yeah.
One's financial, and one is insurance related. The financial one is the execs of United Healthcare sold their stock when they heard they were going to be investigated by the feds.
Okay.
So that's technically illegal for them to do because they use inside information.
Okay.
And that made them a lot of money and made other people lose a lot of money.
Right.
So it could be, but the dude in the picture looks like he's in his early 20s. So I'm really doubting it's a stock issue. So then the other issue is,
but he could just be, if he's a hired person, then it doesn't matter what, you know what I mean? Like,
and he could, and that could be. But there's also the fact of maybe a family member of his had United Healthcare and their claims were denied.
Right.
So United Healthcare denies more claims than any other insurance company.
I think I saw that somewhere.
They're like 35 or 40% of claims they just flat out deny. So that's pretty much a scumbag right there.
Well,
you pay your health insurance, you pay your bills. If a doctor goes, you need this treatment, fuck the insurance.
It's not that simple, right? Because like let's say you have car insurance, right? As you're legally mandated to do, because yay government, and you go to Jiffy Lube because you need an oil change,
right?
And Jiffy Lube says, okay, it's going to be $100, and you say, what do you mean? Give that to my car insurance. What's your car insurance going to say?
Well, they're going to decline that. But
they're going to decline that.
But you didn't hear what I said. I said if you pay your dues, pay your insurance premiums.
Wait, you do pay your premiums.
And the doctor says this is medically necessary.
Well, the guy at Jiffy Lube says this oil change is necessary for your car to run.
He's not a licensed professional like doctors
Yes, he is. He's a mechanic. You
can fucking trade pot for a free oil change.
Okay, you go to a licensed mechanic for your oil change. But the point is, just because you need this health care doesn't mean it's covered by your insurance. You have to read your contract. Nobody's read their contract. Have you read your insurance?
No, and I'm actually going through a similar thing with a warranty company right now that I might be actually suing them in small claims court because no lawyer is going to take it, but I'm going to do it for fun.
There you go.
I think I mentioned that the last week or the week before, so we'll see how that works out.
I mean,
permanent plate.
Look, people read your fucking contracts, right? Just because.
But you got to question why their number is the highest of any other, and it's not a number; it's a percentage.
Well, maybe they have the dumbest customers that.
I had United Healthcare for a while. I don't think I do
there
anymore.
You go.
Well, I never used my health insurance. I actually went to a doctor.
Here's the thing: like we talked about this a little bit a couple episodes ago, but health insurance is really fucked up in this country because of the government.
Yep.
And they have to cover abortion, or not. I don't know if they cover abortions or not.
Well,
but they have to cover
they don't.
Pregnancy if you're a man, right? Like all sorts of stupid fucking bullshit that makes no sense, and that costs them money. They have to recoup that money somehow. They're not going to just do you want them to go broke? Because if they go broke, then you don't get insurance.
It's a gamble. It is.
But the government is making them gamble.
Well, I don't know about that.
They are. That's again, if it's a free market, right? You would say, oh, this United place, they deny too many claims. I'm not going to buy their insurance. I'm going to go.
You don't have a choice. You don't have an open market for insurance.
Well, again, that's the whole point.
Well, the government's involved. Medishare a few weeks ago, and you can't. There technically is an open market, but you have to go to one of the Christian groups and join a big group.
There's ones that don't have religious tests.
Oh, there are.
Yeah.
Okay. But here's another question about health insurance. I had to renew my health insurance for next year.
Yeah.
So I buy health insurance for my body.
Yeah.
But then I buy vision insurance for my eyes.
Okay.
And then I buy dental insurance for my teeth.
Yeah.
Are they not in my body?
I mean,
isn't it? I mean,
well,
I mean,
it's better. It's better for you financially to separate those things.
No, it's not because of deductibles and co-pays and fuck insurance.
Yeah, but in the end, you end up paying less overall.
Well, I mean, my vision insurance does cost me 34 cents a paycheck, so I can't complain about that.
Pretty fucking cheap.
But it's the principle. My eyeballs are in my head. My head is part of my body.
It's just the way that that.
It's a way to suck more money out of us.
No, it's not, because you end up paying less that way.
Why do they do it? If they pay less, then why are they doing it that way?
Well, so a lot of it is, again, it goes back to the way the government categorizes doctors. So, like, to be a medical doctor, you have to be in the AMA, and then you have to have this kind of degree.
Oh, they are different.
And then to be an ophthalmologist, you have to have this kind of degree and be in this association, and it's just all fucking. You have to follow different regulations. It's all just bullshit. Like, just let the market work.
All right. No, fair enough. So getting back to the CEO that got shot and killed for probably making bad decisions in his company. Yeah, no, I want to see if they actually catch this guy. Or maybe he'll release a manifesto that the FBI will hide from us for once, and then Steven Crowder will have to get
trans,
it
right?
Well, we don't know. I mean, we only saw this much.
Right, that's a good point.
I mean, maybe he is trans. Maybe it was a trans shooting. I don't know. But again, don't kill somebody. But if you're a CEO, stop fucking around and do your damn. Stop worrying about your profit when you're making billions of dollars.
That's his job. That's literally his job.
Not to screw people over. I don't know that you have to screw people over. I'm actually going to start trying to look into this and try to find out because I had them, but I don't use my insurance. Yeah. I don't go to doctors.
Yeah, I don't have health insurance. Fuck that shit.
I go to Chinatown and go to a Asian store and they fix me right up or make me worse. I don't know. But I've survived 20 years outside. But I did see a doctor though the other day. I have a thing I was trying to. I'm 54. My check engine light's not on yet, so I'm trying to just check a few things out and make sure I'm okay for the next 54 years. So I'm planning on hitting 100, at least 108.
Oh, there you go.
Because 54 is the new 30. It's just you're in pain a lot when you're. I don't fucking know. I actually don't have a problem with my age. That's the problem. People are like, oh, you turned 50. Like, happy birthday, Bongino. He turned 50 today or yesterday, whatever. He's not listening anyway. It's not. He's gonna do a legal note to me that I'm gonna have to be like, oh, I have a legal note. I said that Bongino's birthday was today. It was actually yesterday, and because the view is just getting legal noted to death right now, which makes me find funny. But again, I'm jumping stories, so no, I still want to find out what the motivation was behind it. And honesty, I mean, there's a lot of. Here's a scary thing, and this is not me. I am not advocating this. But there's a lot of people on social media, which is probably 4 people, but I say a lot. They're like, well, it's time we take out more CEOs. Do not take out more CEOs. Do not kill fat.
What do you think that's going to do?
I think it's going to be a reckoning. I don't really want to go this road because I would say stuff that I would probably get in trouble for.
No, but what do you think CEOs are going to do if you start murdering them? You think they're going to start running their company at a loss to benefit you? No.
Well, okay, first of all, a loss or less of a profit.
You can't. It's not like a fucking video game.
It's a free market.
Yeah, but you can't just say, okay, our profit rate is going to be this, and then now we make that. That's not how it works. You don't know what's going to happen in the next year. You do your best to deliver products and services at a profit.
CEOs are pretty gross, though. I mean, with their
salary, how many have you met?
Their salary package, their parachute package.
Okay, do you understand that salary of a CEO is voted on by the shareholders, just like Elon Musk.
Okay.
So the shareholders are the ones who seek to gain or lose value by owning the stock. And if they say this CEO is worth $50 million, then who are you to tell them otherwise? Right? They're the ones who lose if the CEO fucks up. Right? If the CEO fucks up and the stock tanks, I lose my money.
Netflix CEO got fired because he made a bad call.
Mm-hmm. So if I believe a CEO is worth $50 million and the value of my stock goes up, then he's worth $50 million.
What's the hourly rate of $50 million? I mean, it's got to be like hundreds of dollars an hour.
Yeah, I have no idea. No, more than that.
Like thousands of dollars.
Yeah, thousands.
Yeah. Okay. Huh.
But so what? I mean, like, they're managing, like, multinational fucking thousands of employees. I mean...
Oh, yeah, they're managing them.
They are!
They don't have department heads that are actually doing the work and reporting back to them.
They're still doing work. They're managing the department heads. They're saying, okay, give me the ideas for next quarter. Okay, that sucks. Fuck off. You're fired. That's a good idea. Let's do that.
So Steve Jobs was the CEO, correct, of Apple?
Yes.
Did he do good?
Yes.
Oh, he didn't just go, oh, I want to put... What's the joke? I want to put music on this.
And he was right.
Make it happen.
And he was right.
Oh, dear God. Seriously. That's not... He didn't invent it. He didn't do the work.
But you didn't do it.
Other people did it.
You didn't come up with it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You didn't come up with that idea.
So if I did come up with the idea, I would be...
Maybe, but you didn't.
Damn it.
That's why he's a billionaire, you're not.
I'm always a day late, and I'm just not quite factual. 100%.
Well, that's the problem. Like, that's why...
I'm mostly factual, but just not 100%.
That's why CEOs make good money. It's that simple.
I don't know. I mean, I would like to do research. I won't, because that seems like it'd be very hard to do. Is track CEOs' salaries over decades.
Oh, well, okay.
And see if they went up at a reasonable rate.
Let me give you this statistic. The average CEO makes less money than I do.
Okay, so what's the parameters of choosing who's the CEO?
The CEO of a company.
Okay.
Like you look at a company that's registered on the book somewhere and look up their CEO.
There's no way that can be true.
It's
because
true.
CEOs can make $35 to $40, $50 million a year.
Some
that
of them
would offset
the good ones.
Yeah,
that's like saying, okay, what do you think the average basketball player earns?
Right, but if you earn $10 a year because you're a shitty CEO and somebody owns $40 million a year, that it's gonna keep it way up there.
But that's why the average is so low. It's lower than that.
I don't know.
So, like,
about that.
think, okay, what does the average baseball player make?
Wait, hold on. JD Vance. every time Walls lied, he went.
Okay, what does the average baseball player earn?
Baseball is a sucky game.
But what does the average player make?
How do I know?
Take a guess.
$350,000.
It's not even close. They make like minimum wage. The average baseball player.
No, there's got.
I didn't say MLB. I said baseball player.
Think about like little league kids.
No, people that play it as a living.
Okay, so minor league is included. Minor leagues, they lost so much money they shut down half the teams.
Okay, that's my point. Just because you're at the top of the game, you're the best in the fucking world. Of course you're rich, but the average person makes dick. And the CEOs take all the fucking risk. See, especially if a small company.
What risk do they take?
Of a small company. You own the company, like, because in a big company, the CEO doesn't own the company, right? But in a small company, the CEO is usually the owner of the company. So if you fuck up, you lose everything.
Okay, so let's again, you can't do the research, but if you take a CEO that actually owns the company and see his salary versus CEOs that do not own the company and see what their salaries are, I think it's going to be a huge.
Well, okay, now we have to define what is own the company, like, because usually a CEO of a public corporation owns stock in the company, right?
But so. Owns it out. I mean, either owns
so you
majority share.
Majority share. Okay.
Yeah. So I would think that number would change drastically.
Probably, but I don't see what the problem is.
So then, why do shareholders agree to pay that kind of money?
Because they're delivering value on it.
Are they though?
Yes. The shareholders think they are. The shareholders could be wrong, but what the fuck do I care? It's none of my business. Right? I'm not a shareholder.
It's still sketchy.
If it's a company I own shares in, then yes, I'm going to care.
I mean, I'm all for companies making as much money as they can, but when you got minimum wage workers and you got a CEO making $50 million, it's just gross.
Why is it gross? Like, nobody owes you anything. Like, you have this weird, like, you're doing this whole communism thing, right?
No, it's not. No,
where you think somebody owes you something. Nobody owes you dick.
You get what you've earned in life, whether it be through education or experience, and I get that. But I don't know. At some point, when you're looking at that high of when you're making over $1,000 an hour.
Yeah, but they're working for massive companies that have like one. If you go to the bathroom at the wrong time, your company stock tanks. You know, so like, and guess what?
I don't believe the CEO is the one watching that screen.
When the stock tanks, your ass is on the hook.
No,
right?
Netflix,
so you take all the blame.
I do believe Netflix has cycled through at least 2 CEOs for making truly bad decisions.
Well, there you go. So like,
so
like the problem is when we get into this whole government regulation shit, where like they have monopolies that are favored by the regulations, and like they rotate these CEOs into the regulatory departments, right, back in and out, right. That's where all the bullshit starts, right? Like, because that does happen. I'm not going to deny that.
So every CEO, because whether they're a public or private company, because they're publicly traded, or the companies that are publicly traded, their CEO's salary is public information, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So maybe somebody will.
Well, a lot of them don't take salaries at all. Like they'll just get.
Well, that's how Warren Buffett gets away. I pay less taxes than my secretary does. Yeah, dumbass. You get paid $1 a day.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course you do. It's just media manipulation. I don't know. Buy MSN for us, and we will change the world.
There you go.
Elon Musk, I mean, just give me the money. I'll buy it. Give me the money under the table.
Dude, give us a 3 a.m. slot.
I'll go. No. I'll go buy MSN, and we'll let you tell us what to do to a certain extent. We're going to say what we want to say, but we can work a deal out. I'm telling you. Get me on that fucking TV channel. I will. We're going to change the name. What did you change the name to?
Why change it?
MSNBC, though?
I guess we have to get rid of the MS.
And the NBC, too.
And the NBC, yeah, okay. You have to change it.
What would we say?
Canary in the Cage.
Yeah.
It's Canary in the Cage, man.
It's too many letters, though. You can't, like, when you're on, like, cable and you're on the guide, it would be like, car. What's car?
CITC.
Ooh, that's kind of classy.
Canary in the Cage.
All right. We can do that. All right. We see, we already got a name. I mean, you remember what we put into that?
We got a logo, too.
We got sweat equity now.
We got a logo. We already have our little canary icon.
We have sweat equity. Give us MSNBC, please. Everybody, tweet, X, whatever you want to do to Elon Musk. Tell him to buy us that freaking... Oh, God, I would have so much fun. I'd move the studios here to Vegas, and we'd have all kinds of fun. Oh, Lordy. Oh, God, what else? Where are we sitting?
I got my shit done.
Yeah, we're almost at an hour now just for the bullshit talk. Let me do a quick run through of my notes. Man. No, I mean, I gotta go to my X. I posted some shit on X. If I did, I want to kind of talk about it, to why I posted it. Let's see here. We have like seriously dead air here. Oh, there you go. Actually, I saw that. So I believe that is the shooter because he's got the mask on.
Yeah.
So. And see the gun? See the length of the barrel?
Yeah.
So you look it up. The video's everywhere. I probably wouldn't show it even if we had the ability to. I mean, somebody got shot and died. I mean, not that I'm for or against it. I mean, if you fuck around, you fuck around. Oh, we survived Alien Invasion Day.
Yeah, nothing happened, surprisingly.
No, there were UFOs. Yeah,
there are always UFOs because people are fucking idiots. Oh, gee, what's that? Oh, it's the sun, asshole.
So what's up with the UFOs? Because it's an unidentified flying object, could be a drone. Or they're going over like our military bases. They're going over the houses of FBI agents.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm against it. I'm just saying, what the fuck's going on? Who's doing it?
I wish it was me.
You want a drone watching you all the time?
No, I want my drone watching the FBI. What are you talking about?
Oh.
What else? What do we got? What do we got?
Well, Adam Schiff. I was going to play that video, but I mean, he's an idiot. Fuck him. He needs to go away. All right, I think we're good.
All right, so let's. You want to get into it?
Yeah, go do your thing.
All right, so I'm going to talk about thinking like a hacker.
Ooh,
nice generic topic that a lot of people don't think about too much. So before we talk about thinking like a hacker, I want to talk about the opposite, which is thinking like an engineer. Okay, so most people naturally think like an engineer. So what does that mean? You see a problem, and you make a tool or a system to solve that problem. right? You say, I need this part, and then this part connects to that part, and then you turn the crank, and then the problem is solved. Yeah. Right? That's how an engineer thinks.
Yeah.
So a hacker is somebody that looks at a tool or a system and says, I wonder how that works, right? Yeah. So I want to take it apart, move the pieces around. What happens if I turn the crank the opposite way, right? And then not only do we want to know how it works, but what happens if I use it on other problems or in ways that the maker didn't intend me to use it, right?
Okay.
So, simple example, you're on a web form, it says, what's your login and password? What if I don't write anything in and I hit enter? What happens?
In some places it works. I mean,
right, exactly. Yeah. So you never know. But that's a simple example. So I want to talk about kind of the history of this before getting into more details. So do you know who the first hacker was, historically speaking?
No.
No? It was a Chinese guy named Sun Tzu.
Okay.
So he was a philosopher in like fucking 3rd century BC or something. And he wrote a book called The Art of War.
Okay.
So I don't know if you heard of that. Most people have heard of that.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
And it's not really a book. It's like a treatise. It's not really that long, maybe 20 pages in the translated version. And everybody should read this book.
Yeah.
Because he was the original hacker. So one quote from the book is, all warfare is based on deception. Okay? So you
talked about that.
When you think about war, you think, I'm going to line my troops up here, and they're going to line their troops up there, and then the troops are going to go towards each other and swing their swords and blah blah blah. And Sun Tzu was like, no, fuck that. That's not how it works. Right? If you want to win a war, you need to deceive your opponent. So you want to have, let's say your opponent relies on his horsemen. Okay, well, what beats horsemen, right? What are horsemen weak to? Let's figure that out and then apply that instead of just having troops line up and go to get slaughtered.
That's technically how we won the Revolutionary War.
Right. Well, they were hackers too.
Yeah.
So the idea is that winning or achieving your goal is easier through indirect and unforeseen strategies as opposed to applying known strategies better than your opponents are.
Okay.
Right. So don't hit the ball faster and harder. Do something smarter. Fool them. Trick them. Right. So that's thinking like a hacker. That's why Sun Tzu is the first hacker.
Okay.
So another historical hacker, Herbert Dow, who founded the Dow Chemical Corporation.
Okay.
So he discovered a cheap way to extract bromine from natural resources.
Okay.
Okay. And so what he started doing was he started selling this bromine and lowering the price and taking over the market. So Germany, who were the previous owners of the market, essentially, said, "Hey, knock that off. We don't like that." Right? And they're the government, so they have monopoly powers. They can print money,
right,
and make their price even cheaper. So what they said was, "Well, we're just going to sell it below cost. Fuck you, and then we're gonna take over the market."
Right.
So what do you think Dow did?
Sold even cheaper.
No, because then he would lose money.
Yeah, but companies can lose money to make money.
Yeah, but Germany's going to have not run out of money.
I mean, that was actually Home Depot's plan. I'm going to use the word Menards just because that's where I grew up. But they put a Home Depot here and a Home Depot here until the Menards goes out of business and they close one of the Home Depots.
That doesn't work.
But it did.
It doesn't work but you're fighting a government. They have infinite money.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So see, like
what did he do?
You're not thinking like a hacker. That's the thing. So what Herbert Dow did is he hired a bunch of people and said, "Hey, go buy all that bromine. Just buy it all. Buy every
stuff he is.
No, the Germans are selling.
Okay.
Buy it all. Buy every last bit. Buy it all. Buy it all. Right.
Resold.
And the Germans are like, "Ha ha! We're gonna put you out of business, you stupid motherfucker." And then Herbert Dow starts selling it
at a profit.
At a profit. So and they're like, "Wait a minute, what just happened?" And they couldn't figure it out. Right. So he outsmarted them.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
Another one, Cornelius Vanderbilt, railroad magnate, steamship magnate, 19th century.
Never heard of him. I've heard Vanderbilt.
Yeah, that's
Vanderbilt. I have, but not that particular guy.
Well, he's the founder. He's the guy. So he ran steamship ferries in the New York area, and like this guy was like 20 years old when he started doing this. So he discovered that you could just charge nothing for the ride. So like all these companies, like there was one company that had a state-granted monopoly.
Okay.
I think it was the Robert Fulton who invented the steam engine, and he got a monopoly from New York State. And Vanderbilt was like, "Fuck you! I'm going to run my steamship anyway. Go ahead and stop me."
Okay.
And he started charging nothing, right? So how's he making money doing this though?
Well, I mean, nowadays you can do what social media does and just advertise the shit out of everything and make money on that way.
Well, that wasn't
but
really
that probably wasn't.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So, he charged people to get off the boat.
No,
Gotta get on for free.
He put like hot dog stands and donut stands and on the ship, and then started charging for that.
Merch, yeah, T-shirts.
And again, Fulton was like, "What's going on? Like, how am I losing money?" So, and because he had a state-created monopoly, he said, "Shut that guy down. Government, do that. It's not fair." So Vanderbilt took it to court. And he says, "Well, this is not legal. You can't do that because the Constitution. Because the ferry goes from New York to New Jersey, and that's interstate commerce." And New York State can't tell me that I can't do that. Right. Only the feds can do that. Right. So he won that case, and he destroyed the New York monopoly on steamships, and became super rich. Did the same thing in railroads, and that's Cornelius Vanderbilt for you. Steve Jobs. So before Jobs got into Apple, he was actually a hacker as we think of the term today.
Okay.
And it wasn't computers back then, but it was the phones. So him and Steve Wozniak, who both co-founded Apple, they discovered that a 2600 hertz tone into the phone was their control signal, and you could make that tone with a whistle from a Captain Crunch box.
Okay.
So you take the Captain Crunch whistle, you blow it into the phone, and then their network kind of reboots a little bit. And it will let you make free phone calls.
Because it sounds, it's a
right.
quarterback,
so
the nickel or whatever.
So they made free phone calls all around the world. One famous incident, they called the Pope, and he actually picked up the phone.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah. And that really that whole culture that he was in is what led to the modern computer hacking as we know it today. So if you
That's interesting.
Look at the hacking magazine, it's called 2600 Magazine. And that's named after the 2600 tone hertz that was used to control the phones.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And then I'd like to give some personal experience.
Okay.
So the first story, I was a teenager. I got caught speeding. Cop. It was in the Chicago suburbs where they take your license away.
Yeah. Save holes in it.
So he gave me a ticket. And he took my license, and he says, you have to pay the ticket to get the or dispute the ticket or pay the ticket, whatever the fuck. And I wasn't going to dispute it. I was a teenager. I didn't know any better. So I don't have any money, because I'm a teenager, right? Yeah. But I had a bank account my parents set up for me.
Okay.
So I go to the bank, and I say, I need this $100 to pay my ticket. And they're like, well, show me your ID, because...
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I don't have an ID, because they took the ID to give me the ticket. And the bank's like, well, do you have the ticket? I'm like, yeah, sure. It's a piece of paper with the cop's signature on it. And they're like, okay, here's $100. And I walked out of the bank, and I'm like, I could have just made my own ticket, right? Yeah. And got $100 out of the bank.
Things were more trusting back then, though. They were more naive and trusting.
But that's the thing is, like, you encounter these things every day, but if you don't think like a hacker, you would never... go back and say, whoa, I could exploit this situation. Right?
Yeah, no, I agree. There's a lot of things you could do.
So, like, that's something I want you guys to do in your daily life is, like, look for situations where something out of the ordinary happens and you kind of do double back and be like, wait a minute, I could have taken advantage of that.
Think differently.
Just start thinking about doing that.
I like that. It's really good advice.
Now, don't actually do it. Don't commit crimes, but think about it.
No, yeah, but look, you're different. Well, because you can actually come up with something that's not illegal.
Right.
That actually benefits
exactly, because you can start a business that way.
Yeah.
Right? And then the other one, so I was in college, and I was a part of the ACM, which is the American Computing and Machinery Club. It's just like, people that are in computers that have a club. Mm-hmm. And they hosted a contest.
That's what clubs are. Okay, yeah. I've always wondered.
They hosted a contest, and the contest was, it was like a video game where you had to program a robot to shoot the other player's robots.
Yeah.
And whoever won got a gift card at the end or whatever. So I was coding in my room, and my buddy was coding in his room, and we were chatting on, I think it was AIM at the time, the AOL Instant Messenger, and we were like sharing, like, oh, I'm thinking this might be a good strategy, that might be a good strategy, and like a light bulb went off in my head. I'm like, wait a minute, what if you go to that corner, and I go to this corner, and we don't shoot each other? We shoot everybody else.
Yeah.
Right? So he's like, you can see like his hamster in the wheel, mm-hmm. And he's like, that's fucking brilliant. So we coded it up. Like we got into each other's rooms and we coded it up so that I wouldn't shoot him and he wouldn't shoot me, and we would just concentrate on everybody else. And so the day of the competition, There was a lot of entries, so they didn't put it up on the screen. It was just like a automatic in the background process, and like this, you could just see the scores come up. So what happened was like me and him got the top 2 scores, and like the next player under was like way below, right? and everyone's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how are you doing this? Right? So the final round, they actually put it on the screen. And everybody saw my robot goes down here, his robot goes down there, and we just start shooting everybody else. And they're like, that's cheating. You can't do that. And we pulled up the rules, and we said, show me where it's cheating.
Yeah.
Right? It's not in the rules that you can't collude with each other.
Okay.
So they changed the rules the next year. But that's thinking like a hacker, right? The rules say this. They don't prohibit you teaming up, right? So see if that works, right? So find ways around or that the rules don't address, and defeat your opponents using deception.
Yeah.
So that's what hacking is really all about.
That's cool. I like
that.
So
start implementing that in your lives.
All right. So to be a good prepper, survivalist, whatever term you want to use, I mentioned before you should prep food for your animals. I kind of want to get into a little bit different story on the animal food because animal food is disgusting. I don't actually eat it.
I've tried it.
Have you?
I've tried milk bones.
Oh, milk bones. Yeah.
They're decent.
God. Did you clean your teeth?
I didn't
That's
check.
what milk bones actually for, clean your dog's teeth.
I didn't check.
You really, really need to stay away from food made in China. The problem is nobody says made in China on the food.
Right.
So you've got to kind of catch the deception in there. Made for a company in America, X company in Denver. Distributed by, so they'll put something on there. Yeah. If it doesn't say made in America, they really just stay away from it. I'm not even saying all American products are good either. I'm not advocating that. I'm just saying you got a better chance. The Chinese food and treats and toys, they are killing animals. Fuck, their milk was killing people. Remember that milk dude, this milk CEO?
I thought it was
that's a great example of a CEO. No. This dude made milk and they sent it to America.
I thought it was baby formula, not milk.
No, this is going back like a decade.
Okay.
So he found out that his milk was tainted and he was killing Americans. Guess what he did? Ran a sword through him. In his office, got on his knees, did that whole samurai thing, and just whoop. See, when you're a CEO, you fuck up, run a sword through you. Because you're all greedy bastards. So there is recipes online for making your own food, and I do highly recommend it. And I'm also, in a few weeks, I might be talking about another product that is, it's actually a dog treats, but humans can eat them as well because they're made out of mushrooms. The name of the mushroom is, it's hard for me to pronounce, but it's basically a turkey tail mushroom.
Okay.
It's just a version of a turkey tail. So this is supposed to really help your pets build their immune system, and that will make them live longer. The example they were using was a golden retriever. Their average lifespan used to be like 18 years. Now it's like 9 or 10. That's garbage in, garbage out. That means you're feeding your dog shit food. So try to pay attention to that, to what you're feeding them, and learn the code. Because there's, like in whiskey, there's a company that makes all different kinds of whiskey and then sells it to other distillers, and they claim it as their own.
Yeah.
Unless you're Breckenridge Distillery, then you get caught because on your bottle it says whiskey made from the snow belt of the Colorado Rockies, but you bought it from Indiana. So he put like a couple ounces of his whiskey in there and called it good. He got sued and lost.
Yeah.
But if you look at the back of the whiskey bottle, if it says distributed from or made in Indiana, I believe it's a southern town. I forget what, Evansville or something. Okay. It's a southern town in Indiana that makes it. If you see that on there, it's you're buying a commercially made whiskey that is not made by the distiller. Yeah, the distiller that you think it is, because a lot of people use this. And it's not saying it's bad, but to me it's disgusting. It's not discussing tasting. It's just it's don't trick people. Just make your own whiskey and sell your own whiskey. But getting back to dog food, because I like to go up on little tangents. You kind of look around and see what your dog likes. You can kind of start off with like ground beef, chicken, lamb, butternut squash, sweet potatoes. I do not recommend the pumpkin puree.
Okay.
Your dog's going to love it, and they're going to eat a whole bunch of it. And then you're going to go to bed, and then you're going to wake up and go to work the next day. And you're going to come home to a dog's never shit in the house, and there's going to be shit everywhere. It kind of opens up the flow. It cleans them out. So if your dog's constipated, pumpkin puree, and then stand back. Put that dog outside because it's going to blow. Zucchini, carrots, all, parsnips. What's a parsnip?
Parsnip is like it's similar to carrot. It's like a white carrot, which is a little thicker.
Yeah, so kind of work through all this stuff and kind of see what your dog likes, and you kind of base it on there. Rice is something good for dogs. I mean, I think I've always heard rice is good for dogs, but it's also bad for humans. So I don't rightly know exactly. I mean, everyone says put rice in the dog food, but I would also check on the fact that it is a carbohydrate, and can they process it properly? I guess they can process it, but is it going to leave negative effects in there?
Right. Yeah.
I think I talked before where I rescued that husky from the homeless guy that was going to the dog was going to die. I went and took him.
Yeah.
We didn't know what the dog was eating, so we just did basically rice and chicken, nothing else, to for a couple of days to get this dog kind of like eating.
Yeah.
And we didn't try to settle his stomach. So it's not bad for the dog. The dog will eat it, but it could have long-lasting effects that you don't want.
Right.
But look into it. That's the thing. That's what's fun about this. You make a game of it. I mean, like what we do on Sunday night, we just cook a whole bunch of food, put it all together, tuck away in the fridge. Dogs eat for a week. And they we can mix it up because I have one dog who doesn't like the same food twice. Fucking prima donna. It's a dog. We're gonna have more than one food. But it's also not about your cats. So, I mean, we all love cats. If you don't, you're a sociopath. Because they're fun, and they're actually good animals. But they are carnivores. Did you ever tell this about the Joe Rogan bit? Go to X. I'm sure it may be down by now. Vegan cat.
Oh God!
No. It's. He goes in his joke. He's like, these cats are like drooling. Like their eyes can't even open. Is there a vegan cat? It's still up.
I don't know.
It may have just. He told this joke like 10 years ago. They may have just gotten trashed because they got mad at him for it. But guess what? Feed your cat meat.
Yeah.
If you choose not to eat meat, sure, good for you, I guess. Whatever, because it's really fucking good. But don't turn a carnivore into a meatless eater, I guess.
Right.
I don't know. But the one thing you want to check out is you got to do a little bit of research and make sure your dog's getting the proper vitamins and nutrition out of the food you're giving to them. I'll give my dogs a little butter every now and then because it's a natural fat.
Yeah.
If I'm eating the steak, I'll share the steak with them a little bit, and I will give them part of the fat.
Oh, that's the best part, man.
Oh, isn't the best part?
Fuck that.
Well, I know, but I think it's good for them. I think it helps them out.
You ain't getting no fucking fat off of me, dog.
Yeah, So with cats, I mean, lean meats, and they do love the meat. I've never given my cats raw meat, but I've been told it's really good to do for them.
Yeah, they can.
I mean, they're carnivores, so their body should process it. They love fish and sardines. They love that kind of stuff.
I noticed that like cats have personalities about that shit.
Yeah.
Like some of them will like tuna, others will prefer salmon, and like you gotta fucking buy like 20 cans and figure out which one the cat likes.
Well, pay attention. Your cat will tell you what it likes and what it doesn't like. A dog will pretty much eat anything.
Yeah.
But a cat is going to be more picky. But learn what the cat likes. I mean, it's fun. It's your pet. Play with it. Goof around. But did you ever see this experiment someone did just recently, or maybe old, and I just saw it? They put butter on a plate and that fake margarine shit on the plate. The ants would not touch the margarine. They'd only go for the butter. So if you put food down and ants don't go to it,
yeah, that's not food.
It's not food.
It's not food.
But no, I was just actually hearing the other day that we mentioned this on the show before, that the tobacco companies bought food companies, and they're making food that are addictive to people. But this goes to like the rise in obesity. the potential rise in autism. They're making food that's cheap to make and using fillers they shouldn't be using. But again, we talked about the FDA allows it to happen because if you get your FDA patent, you can put additives in later on and just notify them, but not look for their approval. Remember we talked about that?
Yeah.
So, so kind of just make sure you're feeding your cat the nutritious, good food. And just have fun with it. And then when you find the food your cat and dogs like, prep it. Get a whole bunch of it.
Yep.
All right, people. I think it's torching you for an hour and 17 minutes is quite enough. So thanks for listening.
See you next week.
See you next week. Thank you for joining us at the Canary in the Cage podcast.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share us to help build the community.
You can find us at Odyssey, Rumble, YouTube, or your favorite podcast app, and even on the dark web at I2P.
Thanks for listening, and see you next time.